timing.
Amen.
It's weird how we both like went to the same places, but we never ever crossed paths. Ever.
Yeah.
You know, cause she loved Walmart. I love Walmart. I never ran across.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Amazing. So, Alina, you were kind of like trudging ahead with your story with Trevor coming to church, and then 6 months later, you guys are getting engaged. But when you first saw him finally
we didn't even have an engagement. We just got married. I don't even remember him saying, "Will you marry me?" We just started planning. We found an apartment. I said, "Well, we ain't gonna be shacking up." So we went to my pastor, and he's like, "Why the rest?" I said, "We gotta move in February 1st." So I said, if he tells us we gotta go through all this counseling and stuff, I said, "You gonna have to move in by yourself, and once we get married, I'm moving." But he was like, "Okay." He's like, "Y'all know, you know what you want. You guys are of age." And I said, "And this time I consult to God," and he said, "This is the one." Amen. And it makes all the difference.
Yes. So, Alina, were you attracted to Trevor right when he came to visit Next Level, or while he was attending your church, you then grew the attraction?
I grew the attraction.
Got you. Trevor,
because even if he would have asked me back in the day, I would have rejected him because he wasn't my type per se.
Right.
I thought he was quiet, but he was a little bad boy.
Yeah.
He just must have been sneaky with it.
Okay.
Some of the stuff he tell me, I'm like, no, not you, Trevor.
Yeah.
So God knows I don't want nobody that smokes cigarettes. So all that had to be done. He had to have his moment. And God prepared him just for me.
Okay. So I have a question for Trevor. What is your definition of true love?
Definition of true love. Faithful. Honesty.
If that's it, that's it. Okay. What about you, Alina? What's your definition?
Unconditional.
Okay. And feel free to add on as we continue our time together. So now I'm going to ask you, Alina, what would you tell your 14-year-old self about love and how it turns out?
Well, first of all, at the age of 14, I shouldn't be looking for love.
Mm-hmm.
I always say my life would have turned out a whole lot different.
Mm-hmm.
On the other hand, I want to have my son that I love dearly. But I think it all was orchestrated, whether I noticed it or not.
Right.
Even the hard times and the things I had to go through. Because I still say it, because I was very, very sick at one point, and if I start coughing,
right,
he'll freak out. Aww. So I don't know. I mean, I know he would have been there if need be, but I don't think he would have been strong enough to deal with what I've had to deal with.
I would have been.
You think
so?
Right. I would have been strong. But like you were saying, like real sick.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I love you. I mean, I would have stood by you, baby.
Amen.
Yeah, I would have been emotional.
That's all right. Amen.
Yeah, but and honesty, God has the last say.
Amen.
Just gotta trust in God.
Yes. Yes.
I remember when Mookie and Adam,
mm-hmm.
announced their engagement. And I was, at that point, it wasn't too long after I had my surgery for cancer.
Right.
And I couldn't even be happy for them. I was angry and I was crying. And then after church, my brother's like, what's going on with you? And I was like, I can't even be happy for them because I know I'll never have that.
Wow.
Because of the extent of my surgery, I'm like, I look like one thing than another. I said, who's gonna want me? So I had that playing against me too. So I think that he gave me someone that loves me unconditionally.
Amen.
All of me.
And you guys bring up some good points. Alina, when I asked you about what would you say to your 14-year-old self, and your response was, first of all, I shouldn't even be looking for love. And I'm going to be honest about, there are 9-year-olds looking for love. There are 5-year-olds looking for love. This agenda of the affectionate feeling of being loved and accepted is hugely being pushed down the throats of our youth because it's everywhere. It's promoted everywhere. And it's infiltrating the hearts and minds of our youth. And so it's very important that we bring up our youth to understand that they're loved, that they are accepted, that God has a plan for their life, that they do not have to rush ahead of his plan thinking they're missing out on something or thinking that they know better. And as you said, Alina, you wouldn't change anything. You wouldn't take anything back because the many lessons you learned, they have made you stronger. They have given you wisdom. They have given you a beautiful gift in your son. But many people get broken behind the decisions that they make, where the residual effect of those decisions go into their relationships and it causes havoc. So at this moment, could you just share a word to our listeners today and our viewers that if they're finding themselves in this type of situation, what could you tell them about holding on and having hope? That again, if they would just wait on God, if they would just allow God to have his way in their life, again, his plan is perfect. What would you like to share?
That it makes all the difference in the world if you wait. For myself, I lost my virginity because of peer pressure. And it wasn't something I wanted to do, but it was in order to keep this person, this is what I had to do. Because I felt like I needed that person. In the meantime, I had my mom who was saying, you could come to me, you could talk to me, but it wasn't until I got older, like now, where I can talk to her about anything. And I wish I'd had that relationship with her in the past. So the mistakes that I made, I always had to tell my mother, it's not because of you. You were there and you raised me the right way, but the decisions that me and my brother made were decisions that we made, although at times it reflects on the parents. But I hate when people go, oh, well, where's the parents at? Because my mom was there and my dad wasn't in the house, but he was there. So if you have a listening ear, you need to take that and whatever emotions you're feeling, whatever it is, you need to be able to verbalize. And a lot of these children nowadays are afraid to talk to their parents, and they don't have a listening ear. So then they either go within themselves, turn the introvert, or they just go wild. So if you know Jesus, then you should know better. And it's better to learn from somebody else's experience than having to go through yourself. And
as you ended your response, you were saying how you couldn't be happy for another couple and what God was doing in their life. And it kind of goes hand in hand with what you just said. If we're going to trust God to be God, and if we're going to accept the plan that he has for our life, even when we don't see what it is that in our hearts we're desiring, we have to trust God enough to know we're not missing out on anything. His plan is perfect. His timing is perfect. And you will not miss out on anything that God has for you. Wait on the Lord and be of good cheer. because again, God's plan is perfect. And I'm sorry the phone is ringing and all that, because again, we're in a national environment. But going to Trevor now. Trevor, how did you not give up hope? I mean, I don't even know, first of all, how you were even keeping up track of this woman that you have been thinking about since 4th grade. I mean, it had to have been the hand of God to just say, buddy, keep the hope alive.
Keep on.
Yeah.
She's gonna be your wife.
That is amazing. Share with us. How did you just keep hope alive?
I was hoping that she wasn't involved with anyone or married. I would just keep, like my wife said, I was texting her on Messenger. Hello, good morning. How are you?
Right.
Hope alive, keep hope alive.
Right.
Hoping that she wasn't with nobody. But I remember I texted her. She was Bible study or choir rehearsal.
Okay.
And she said that after she finished, she gonna call me or text me. I was waiting by the phone, waiting for that text.
I know you did, bro. Long time coming.
Yeah, it's been since 4th grade.
Wow.
Never stop.
Wow. Now, when you guys just decided to okay, we're getting married. God has confirmed he is the one, she is the one. Please tell me about this day. Alina, how are you feeling?
I was nervous because I had on heels, which I don't wear anymore. No, listen to this. The dress looked better at the store.
Okay.
I was getting fitted for it because Uncle Mitch came down, so we had pizza. Okay.
Yeah.
Sodium.
And
then my mother made me pancakes that morning. So
what are
now
y'all
I'm
doing?
I was bloated and almost couldn't get in the dress. They're trying to zip it up, and I'm like, oh my God.
Y'all are
I can't
funny.
put on any more apparatus to try to get
Hilarious.
But I was nervous. And then my son actually walked me down the aisle.
Beautiful.
And he was rubbing my hand like he's going to rub my skin off. I think he was nervous too.
How were you feeling, Trevor?
I mean, I was nervous. I was sweating.
I'm sure.
Because I went to one of the brothers. He was like, brother, you seem kind of nervous. At first I was like, nah, I'm all right. And he was like, brother, you know, I said, yeah, I'm nervous. First time getting married, it's natural. So I was there, then I felt more Actually, I felt better once I seen her walk down the aisle.
Oh.
So okay.
So sweet.
After that, I was better.
That is so sweet.
I think my brother who married, I think he was nervous because he was.
Yeah, because he did say.
First of all,
he said Mrs.
Yeah,
and Mrs.
Mr. and Mr. Hicks.
Yeah, Mr. and Mr. Hicks.
But he never told everybody to sit down. So everybody's standing the whole time. I was looking out that way. I was just watching. And Mommy said, he told people to sit down. I sat down. But I was standing the whole time. I was like, oh my God. But it was a beautiful day. It was.
I'm sure it was.
And when we got to the church, we was like, is this our church? They decorated so beautifully. It didn't even look like the same place.
No.
I was like, wow.
That's beautiful.
It was awesome.
Yeah, because I went in there. I said, "Oop, I'm in the wrong building."
I know. Right?
It looks totally different.
Totally different.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then you guys have a fur baby, right?
A what?
A fur baby. A cat?
Oh, yes, we do.